Hi friends, family, and YouTubers. Welcome to the new series I'm doing called No Dictionaries Needed. It's just a vlog that I'm going to be keeping for myself to be handling the next year of my life. And hopefully, if you'd like, you can be a part of that. Now, today's session is going to be on, is it possible to live a life with no stress? It's the thing on everybody's mind. Stress. The inevitable problem that everybody has and nobody likes. Anyone who knows me personally knows that my family moved to Fredericksburg about 2.5 years ago. And since then, everyone's lives went to hell in a handbasket, including my mom getting Lyme disease, thyroid cancer, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, which my sister also got, on top of my sister being diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And for those 2 years, I was pretty much immune to the chaos going on around me as I spent my time in college. However, all that changed when a few months ago I suffered an intense mental breakdown and have had 2 sessions at an outpatient center in a mental facility and have been diagnosed with rapid cycling bipolar disorder. Talk about fun. But these aren't nearly the worst problems that people experience on a daily basis. People are in all sorts of financial problems, health problems, emotional problems. It seems like the one thing that we can't get away from is the one thing everybody wants to. Now, wouldn't it be nice if we could all just run away from our problems? I know I've thought about it, and I know that my family has thought about it. If we just moved, maybe things would be better. Change of occupation, change of life. You know, the worst thing to hear when you're having a tough time is someone coming up to you and saying, "Don't worry, it's gonna be okay." What does okay even mean? I don't want my life to be okay. I'd like it to be fantastic. Thank you very much. Great, even. Good. I can settle for good. What's going on right now is not good. How many of us have been in that situation? How many of us are still in that situation? And it's probably not getting better anytime soon. No hope in sight. Or at least when you were there, you didn't think so. And it's easy when you've been through problems to look at the other side. Ironically enough, my pastor this past Sunday sympathized with this problem. He was saying it's easy for people to say it's going to be okay, or easy for people to say they're going to pray for you. I don't want you to pray for me. I want you to hand me a check. A check's gonna solve my problems, not that. My pastor doesn't BS people. He shoots it like it is. Well, what I want to talk about today is understanding that okay might be our best option. Stress might not have been a popular term in biblical times, to be fair, but then again, English wasn't really popular. I don't think the Bible was written in English. But it does say a lot about worry. And Luke 12:22, verse 26, seems pretty adamant that stress is a bad thing in our lives. It says, which one of us can add an hour to our lives by worrying about stuff? And it's true, you can't. But what I recently learned is that not worrying about things can add time to your life. I've been getting into TED Talks mostly due to the fact that I'm at a mental facility and they're really big on all those good for you stuff like TED Talks. Everyone knows that stress reduces the amount of time you have in life. Makes you more likely to have cardiovascular disease, likelier to die early. They did a study. People who had more stress in their life were more likely to die. And people who had less stress in their life, less likely to die. However, only the people that believed stress was bad for them. In fact, the people who thought that stress was okay and a natural response were perfectly fine. In fact, they had less chance of dying than the people who had relatively little stress in their life. Kelly McGonigal was one of these people on TED Talks, and she covered how you're actually less likely to die if you don't believe that stress is bad for you. See, when we get stressed out, our heart starts pumping harder and our breathing quickens. But if we don't think about this as panic and instead we think about it as our body's preparing us to deal with the stress, the veins around our heart don't constrict, and it's similar to the reaction we have when we feel things like joy. Technically, stress can make you better at living. She has a twin sister named Jane McGonigal. Jane also did a study on stress. She's a game designer, and after she had a traumatic event happen to her, she started doing a game that helped her through it. She understood that, of course, you're more likely to die if you're stressed out, but what you don't know is that you can actually make your life longer, up to 10 years longer, if you know how to deal with these things. If you can battle and strengthen your mental reactions, your emotional reactions, and physical things like keeping moving small amounts of time per day, it makes you more geared to handle life. These are fabulous studies that I've done that shows that Christ didn't just say not to worry because worrying is bad and it's not what we're supposed to do. It'll make you healthier. Stress is going to happen, but suddenly it's become that if you just accept that it's all going to be okay, it just actually might be. Anyway, thank you for watching. Post your comments as necessary, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm just sort of keeping up with this to have something to do anyway. I'll see you all later and have a great day. Bye. Hi, welcome to No Dictionaries Needed, the new vlog series by yours truly. But if you don't know me, my name's Taylor, and this is a personal vlog for my own intentions, but if you enjoy watching it, you can find me on YouTube. So, the question of the day. Can we live without stress? And don't act like you're not curious. Oh, apparently the cat was a little jealous of me being on camera. Hey, sweetheart. I love you too.